Hello, 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 hello. Happy Friday. Wagwan, what good? Big up on yourself. Hello, positive gang. Yes, I. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please do so. And if you're returning, thank you for coming back to the channel once more. Big up on yourself. Normal people, have you heard the rumor on the streets of YT? Have you heard the wahala? Guys, it is said that AM Qarol is sending Nairobi teacher to Obea man. It is also said that Ace Passy just missed the police arrest by the skin of her teeth. We could call this Friday recap. We could call this a Friday recap, but of all that is happening on the streets of YT, people, it's crazy out here. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. All right, my people. All right, settle down, settle down. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. No, no. It's crazy. It's really crazy. Listen, last year, this same time last year, the lazy gang was up in flames. It seems like these people are making it like, come on, practice to be on fire when it heads into summer. Annually. I really don't even remember what it was last year, but last year it was crazy. Last year it was crazy, and they're doing it again this year. So I've seen a video this morning, and I've never really watched actually this upcoming negative reactor. She's like maybe a little older than I am, or I don't know. I don't know, but she's up there in age. Yeah, not monkey business. I've seen her on the streets of YouTube, but never really stopped to listen because you have a lot of upcoming reactors. You give them the space and make them do what they do, just like yourself. People will do the same. And I've never really paid attention, but I don't know why. Maybe my people have been watching her, and so she ended up on my feed, but I've seen her spill some tea earlier today. Hey, my people, it not look good, it not sound good, it not look good, it not sound good at all. So some names have been dragged. I mean, everybody, all the top names on the negative gang, all their names, all of them have been dragged to YT streets by this upcoming react. It no look good. You can't behave on yourself. Aren't you guys going to behave? You can't behave. When I tell you guys, when I tell you, no, this upcoming reactor hails from Kenya, apparently, and but she's living overseas. And however she made the link with the lazy gang, well, she did, and she's somehow managed to, you know, made links with all of them, or the majority of them, because all of who I heard she called the names. All of those are top guns on the lazy streets. Top guns on the lazy streets. No, my people. This lady sat on a live about to like I've got a prepared breakfast. Send my kids after school. My husband after work, and this lady was there on that. It was a lengthy live. When me tell you, say we had to just check in and check out because I really wanted to hear what she was saying. I saw something about quitting reaction for who and for what. And I noticed that a few days ago, there was like fire brewing. There was smoke coming somewhere. So I know fire was brewing somewhere, rumbling the jungle. You know how we say it, fire somewhere. Where you see there's smoke, there would be fire. I've been listening to Nairobi teacher, um, his live that he did some days ago, and I realized that there's something wrong. I heard him say that there was this one person who was making problems for all the other reactors. Like We would have said in Jamaica, carry go bring come. And this one person was carrying it to bring it back. Walking with them mouth and not them foot. So I was saying to myself, what the heck? But really affiliated with a lot of like the smaller ones other than I've like like I want to say cross paths, but not really. Like I reacted on Nairobi teacher, I reacted on all of the other ones, except for the younger ones. I don't really follow them. You go in and you go for the bigger fish. That's how it go. Anyway, I've heard them say, now yesterday also, I've seen a live with AM Carol. And I had to just shake my head and laugh. And she was just all out. It's like she was stretching the live out to pass time. I could tell you that for sure. Because it was just here, dear, here, dear, here, dear, until she got a topic and she sat on it. And the topic was the same one that our YT police, aka Nairobi teacher, it was the same topic that he left off on the last time that he did a live, and he was saying that he was disgruntled, about certain things on the YT streets. No, when I put one and two together, and I was saying, but wait, this person that they're talking about, I only saw at that time in the comment section one upcoming reactor that was commenting, and then whoops, when AM Carol started talking, she disappeared. And the same thing happened in Nairobi teachers' comment section the other day. Like for me, I'll go in and out, in and out, in and out instead of going like for hours and watching. You understand? I'll just put the comment section. This is how you get your content sometimes as a reactor. Hey, my people. Hey. Anyways, this lady came out this morning. I mean, it's morning my time. When I saw the video, she came out to state her case and to spill some tea. My guys, the woman even said at one point in time that AM Carol encouraged Nairobi teacher to go to a witch doctor to see what the people them in the neighborhood say has done to him. I mean, honestly, like, serious. Guys, it's crazy. It's crazy. She allegedly advised Nairobi teacher to go and seek help from a witch doctor. Guys, it's crazy. No, it can't get more crazier. Well, how about your tradition? I don't know about your tradition where you guys are from, but we call them Obea man. And to be out here on the streets of Whitey telling other people about their mother having being like a witch doctor, their mother being a Obea worker, and then you yourself are calling other people's mothers witches, and you yourself allegedly be advising your fellow reactor to go and seek help from the same type of people. You're a hypocrite, man. I don't know what to think of it. I don't know what to think of it. I don't know. So allegedly, um, yeah, that was some of the things that she was saying, that the upcoming reactor was saying. She was also there saying that there were times when other reactors would be scared when they don't see one of the top contributor, a subscriber who goes to channels and super slap them 300, 200, 500. Apparently, allegedly, there were times when the likes of JT, the likes of Nairobi teacher would be scared that this super slapper would not come to their channels and give them money. Look, this thing is so hilarious. You would never believe it is so hilarious. I could understand that if you have somebody that is supporting you and supporting you well, you would feel a little bothered, you know, if you don't see them around. All you could do, and all I would have suggested in that moment, well, you reach out because if somebody is so supportive to you, you must have some kind of communication way to reach out. Are you okay? Have I done something? But apparently, what they would do, based on how this reactor, upcoming reactor, is saying it, what they do is discuss with each other. Have you seen this person? This person have not come back to my channel. This person has not donated, has not supported my channel. But then it amuses me. Me tell you the honest truth. It really amused me. The way how the woman was saying what she's saying. This reactor was saying what she's saying because those same people who were there fighting over a super slap are the same ones. This by the way, this person, this subscriber, this supporter was like a top moderator in Marwa's channel also, and then she slid across and left Marwa behind based on most likely hearsays. Yeah, because personally, I don't think none of them even know Marwa except for Nairobi teacher because he's been there. He spent a few days around him. Personally, I don't think none of the other ones know him like that. And to spend a few days around somebody, that doesn't mean that you know them inside out. You just were around them in that same in a period of time. But saying all of that to say, those guys who are those other reactors who allegedly were fighting and scrabbling over the supporters' donation, whether the person come to the channel or not, are the same ones who would sit on the channel for hours to class Marwa to all kind of all manner of names. He's a beggar. Guys, like there is this saying, that in Jamaica we say, you want to box the food out of my mouth so you can eat it, so you can get it. So you would want to pull the food away from me just so you can have it. And honestly, like even with AM Carol's behavior, with even the things that we see her doing on Whitey streets, like the malicious type of way how she when we say malicious way, the way how she does the reactions, geared the reaction in a particular way. She has this style, but it is just solely, I always say this, solely geared around malicious intents. That is how she does the reaction. And it shows that if I can't have it, that is what her type, her style of reaction gives. If I can't have it, well, you ain't supposed to be getting none of it either. Any one of you remember the time, guys, when she was doing a reaction and that day she said, I will not stop until Marwa is finished. I will finish. It's like basically she was saying she will finish him. Marwa must go down. And I'm like this is and the way I'm like the way how she had her posture at that time. It was crazy. That was giving you need to be out of my way so I can have all that you're having. It's crazy. I've never seen any, I mean, literally never seen anything like this. So let's go back to the reactors. I'll keep saying upcoming reactor because it's an upcoming reactor just like myself. Now, this lady apparently seemed to have gone like through all of those people. When Mr. Gone through all of them, meaning communicated with all of those reactors at one point in time or the other. They were friends apparently and would have exchanged information, would have helped each other. And that's what we're here to do. Totally get it. But when I listened to her, honestly, at one point in time, she was even telling Nairobi teacher to give back, give back the money that she sent to him that he ate. If she's because Nairobi teacher made a statement that she's poisoning people, like not physically, not physically, but basically that she's talking or trying to fix people against each other. So she was saying, if I was this bad, some of the words, I don't want to use on the channel, like the P word I used a while ago. If I was this bad, why did you take my money? Return my money, even when you were on your sick bed. No, seriously, I've heard this so many times on the streets of Whitey since that boy got sick. What a insult. But you see, I'm just looking at this thing. There's a saying, whatever you put out there in the universe, it generally comes right back to you. There is also another saying that God will not give anybody more than what they can manage. And it is so true. Because he's been out there hurling insults, fighting for no reason, never knowing that he would have officially met somebody. He drags people crazy like a mad ants here, there, there, there. He was just like a tirade all over the streets of YouTube, as if somebody was supposed to be afraid of his style of reacting. I am here to make a mess. It was crazy. And I laughed. And I always say that you, boy, are going to be placed to sit on your behind and cool out. You're making yourself sick, number one, because the more ridiculousness that the more you anger people is the more God is going to create frustration for you, because you're willfully going out there to provoke. Doing your reaction doesn't mean that you can't sit and you will class people, but not in that derogatory way. And it's like it had this kind of evil, demeaning way attached to himself and AM Carol. The way it just, especially him, was like a mad ant. I used to just shake my head and laugh and say, when God is ready for you, you will see that money that you're running to make, and you will want to give it back because it's going to make you miserable. It's just the way of life. Some people may not agree with me. Some people might have not even agreed with me when I said that on my channel on numerous times. But I said it anyway because it is the truth. It is the truth. Ain't no dynasties where we go this in. It is the truth. When you live your life by making others miserable and trying to prove a point all the time, like, I'm a top dog and you can't touch this. You know what I'm saying? You will be cut down. So, listening to this upcoming reactor, dishing out the tea, spilling out on them. He said, she said, kind of crazy. He talks about everybody, yada yada blah blah. I'm like, it's common, it's human nature. Anyways, families, friends, them chat one another behind them back the simplest chance they get. Everybody speaks about each other. So it ain't nothing new. It ain't nothing new. You will talk about somebody, be it good or bad. You will discuss the other person, be it good or bad. You get it. That ain't nothing new. But what the part that the woman was saying is that you're coming out here, Nairobi teacher, to tell me that I am the one who is making problems. As if you are clean. As if you are clean. I had to shake my head and laugh. I'm like, wait, it takes one to know the other. It takes one to know the other. Above all this, though, I'm happy, honestly, that people are seeing each other for who they really are in this situation, so they would know how to operate differently around each other, how far to go. And as long as you have human coexisting, you will always find disagreements. People will always disagree to agree, agree to disagree. It's just human nature. I'm laughing over the whole Obea man story, the whole witch doctor story, because I can't get over that one. I had to laugh. And about the super slapper situation, I had to laugh because those two stuck out like a sore thumb, because they would come to YouTube, to their platforms, and they would preach against others. Not even others. Mara is the main target for these people. That's their niche. But yet, in the dark, they're there fighting like crazy. Now, this same lady, reactor, came out. What's her name? What's her name? Eh, I don't want to say even the wrong name. She came out to even talk about Passy, even to talk about Passy, how he sent money to Passy to buy windows, to pay for iron sheet, to do this, to do that. And Patsy was calling her in the middle of the night, where she's from, calling her, telling her that her kids will go to bed hungry tonight. The same Patsy, the same Patsy. And Patsy has fellow supporters right there, like AM Carol, who is sitting on her platform, telling even people like Trench Down Grandpa, that Patsy don't need, or Patsy's kids don't need any help. Why would Patsy be calling other people asking for help? Why would she take to her YouTube channel begging for help if she don't need it? The woman had to come out and say she had to shut Patsy down, because why would Patsy be telling her how much late at night, at 7 whatsoever PM at night, my kids would go to bed hungry tonight. I need money. At night. Why couldn't Passy call Carol? Carol, you could put something together for she's closest to you. After all, she's out there advocating that you don't need the help. I'm confused, guys. I'm confused. I am confused. Which is which? Like I said, I would see a trend where people would just come out here on the streets and shout out. They don't need this, they don't need that. Just because what? They're not the ones getting it. So they would make nice for the other ones not to get it either. You know the kind of vibes. Nobody's going to get it because I didn't get it. That's the kind of vibes. I can't get it, so nobody else will have it either. Now, I sat and I watched AM Carol a few days ago talking about America. Anybody from America? Nobody want nothing from America. And these Americans, and her supporters, whether they're from Kenya or not, a lot of these people are residing in America and would have sent her money or other gadgets for her pod or show. I was about to say podcast. No, I'm the one who does the podcast. At one point in time or the other. And yet, and they're in the audience. How many super slap from US supporters? that goes to that channel. Burkina Faso leader says that Africa don't need no handouts. Well, don't take the super slaps. Yet, on her channel yesterday, she was there saying that, what's this woman name? I can't remember her name right now. Yesterday, she was there arguing. I don't need your membership. You could take it all you want. It means nothing to me. Remember, remember, remember. Okay, her name is V Muelo. That's the woman that I'm talking about all the time. She's the negative reactor that came out, that deflected. She deflected. That live was so long, but she said her piece. And whether she's right or wrong, whether she's right or wrong, they are who they are, and they do what they do, what they normally does. None of my business. But I'm just here laughing over the whole fact, not laughing at them, laughing over the whole fact that she was saying, Qarol was saying that Burkina Faso leader said, Africa don't need Burkina Faso is the country, like the leader was saying, Africans don't need to be spoon fed. They don't need nobody to spoon feed them. You're working for YouTube. You're working for Google. You're being paid in US currency. So that means that you probably need to just continue planting your maize and get off of YouTube, because people are contributing to your channel via, super slaps. They're also watching and watching the ads placed on your content. So what are you saying, really? So, most of these times when we think about it, is when you look at it, it's all for the show. It's all for the show. Without even thinking that, gosh, my supporters are even from the US. A lot of them are from the US. I'm sure the reason why your RPM sits at that level where it is on high, or your CPM, is because your audience comes from a country like the US, the majority, I should say. I would bet you, if you go to your analytics right now and look at your the geographic regions where your audience come from, I would bet you that the highest amount of audience hails from the US. Yet she's out there saying that they don't need Africans, don't need to like, okay, you don't need to be spoon fed. Okay, they don't need what they're giving them. They don't need that. You don't need the US. Well, that means you simply don't need your paycheck. Simply means that you don't need a paycheck. So back to Vimuelo, I couldn't remember her name for the love of Christ, because to tell you that I've never watched this lady. I've seen the channels here and there, is a upcoming channel, but I have never watched her video until today, or go on the channel up until today. This video that I'm talking about. She even spoke about the way how JT would go about being disrespectful, and it cost her to start watching the channel from a distance. How many times have we said that on the streets of Whitey, that boy don't have no manners whatsoever as a young man? He would sit. I say young man. Somebody, the last time I said young man, because my son is older than him. I know for a fact. So I say young man. You understand? And the way how he would class and want to term like older people when he's reacting on them, as if him and them are size. Yeah, he could have gotten a kid. Pickney, pickney, I get pickney. Meaning kids are getting kids. Pickney, I get pickney. Raw Jamaican. Still, It takes this negative reactor woman to say that the way how he sat there and disrespected people, the way how he would speak about people's nyash, 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 it offended her. Remember, it's African culture, so certain things she would have known that it's totally not in their culture, blah, blah, blah. You know what? You get what I'm saying. So there's a lot of things. There's a lot of things that was in that video. Some of them I didn't hear because, like I said, I was moving around, 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 and it was hella long video. A lot of people were implicated in that video. A lot. I heard the names from a distance. No stone was left unturned. No stone. Because apparently she was reaching out to different people for help or maybe for comfort. I don't know. But apparently somebody decided to not make it easy for her based on probably what they deemed that she did, which was wrong. I mean, they deemed what she did was wrong. Let me phrase my speech, my statement, because I don't know not about what them confusion is. Based on the thing, Nairobi teacher came to the streets on his channel and started it. I saw them begging her, begging him, her. I saw them begging him not to call her name, but she was right there and then she disappeared. So when AM Carol came out yesterday to put the nail in the coffin and she disappeared is when I realized that really and truly, okay, then it wouldn't be long if this woman, because she at that time she was the only upcoming reactor commenting based on what AM Carol said. That was clue enough, crystal clear that it was her the words were thrown at. So she came out and made her video to say her piece. And she left no stone unturned. She decided she's going to expose and exposing them all. And expose them all. Now, guys, let us move ahead. I know they can fix whatever it is that they have. Let them fix it. Let us move ahead. Now, yesterday, I saw a video with Gintu. And Gintu was speaking to a plumber allegedly contracted by the Queen of Begs, is Patsy. Word had it on the street that when Patsy disappeared some few weeks ago, over a month, it was that police was looking for her. The contractor allegedly went and made a complaint after numerous attempts to communicate with Passy for monies owed for his material and the job that he had done on her kitchen, allegedly. And Passy disappeared. I briefly mentioned that in my video, the last video I did here on Wednesday's podcast. And it was yesterday I saw Gintu speaking to the contractor and also mentioning that after he saw the video, which video I don't know. I don't know which video, but all I know is that I made mention to the fact that Passy ran away previously because she was being hunted for the money that was owed. Somebody allegedly, as per Gintu, sent him some money, 7,000 Kenyan shilling, and he was there to make a payment on Passy's outstanding balance on behalf of the person who sent that money to him. The contractor was very disgruntled. But Ginto was basically begging for Passy, in a way. He even showed the police the receipt that, when you make that report, the receipt from the contractor that, yes, indeed, he went and made a statement against Passy. It was also said in that video that the police went on numerous occasions looking for Passy and she was not at home. So, yes, there was a warrant out for her arrest for that unpaid money. But yet, she was on her live, visibly not in her village, like, not, no, no, visibly not at her house in the Nyabohanse lane in where she lived. That was somewhere else. She stated on the live that she was looking for contribution she was looking for 100 USD contribution towards her kids' school, how you would say now, like maybe pencils or whatever. She actually said jumper in one part of the video, and then when she continued asking, because nobody was really paying her attention, she said jumper for her kids' jumper. Maybe it was a slip of the tongue, and then she continued to say, um, for her kids' school supplies. She's asking for 100. Before I left that live, because I couldn't watch it, it was very lengthy. You know how it goes. When you look in content, you watch, you gather, and you bounce. Everybody here on the streets of Whitey who does reaction, that's what we do. Before I left that live, somebody told her in the live that they have sent her, or they will send her 20 USD personally, not via the YouTube, because YouTube is going to take the deduction. And she was asking for $80 more. So she had a target. She said the school was waiting and for today. She had a target. I don't know if she met that target. But all I know is that that young lady is a gamer. Is a gamer. Like I said, I said earlier that V Muelo said that Passy called her late at night, which would have been 7:30-ish or 7 something after 7 in Kenyan time, telling her if she don't send her money, that her Patsy's kids would go to bed without food tonight. And this is the same Patsy that is out here telling people that she don't want and she don't want. And she have a team Patsy. This is the same Patsy that Qarol is saying that Patsy don't want help. She don't need. The same Patsy that threatened to burn clothes that her kids got. When will this ever end? Like seriously, when will this ever end? I'm not here to laugh at anybody, but I'm just saying that the complexity of the workings in the background, and then we put on such a lovely face and come out here and brag. Don't you know that people know that you guys are human just like anybody else and would have ups and downs just like anybody else? Why put on such a show? Why put on such a show? Please your people. When you know damn well that the cookie is crumbling in the background, just be yourself. Be authentic. If you want help, you want help. Rah. And most likely, the same Qarol that is using her mouth to tell people that Passy don't need that help, most likely is going to be way better off than Passy, because she's going to take whatever help that her fans are giving and put it to good use when she know damn well Passy is a gambler. A die-hearted gambler. And she's going to use every penny to do whatever Passy does best. To soothe her heart, to appease her insatiable appetite, gambling appetite. Like when I was listening to Qarol saying Passy don't need the help, and I was saying to myself, but you're there. And if you know that she don't need the help, why don't you call her and tell her, don't let her kids go out of the house. Stop letting your kids go over there because it's making you to look like you need help. Why don't you tell her that? Or why don't you give her what she needs then so she don't look this bad on the streets of YT and be playing all these games? I was thinking that to myself. Why doesn't she do that? Advise her because she's your fellow. She's your fellow country woman and YouTuber also. Advise her because she listens to you. And that's why she comes with such a powerful behavior. Oh, she don't need this and she don't need that and she will burn because she's inspired by your rants. No, nobody's really like like except for your supporters who really adores and watches and believes in everything that you say. But for most people who are on the sensible path, we know that cookies crumble in the background. And as long as you have life, life will forever be life in. Yeah, just like so. Anyway, my people, you know, this will have to cut it in today's village story, African village story episode. It's a beautiful Friday, and I'm not gonna continue ranting here, and wasting too much more time. Let me just, go out, let you guys go and enjoy the rest of your Friday. Period.